Hello, my dear children. Let us continue with chapter number 4, Ratio and Proportion. I hope you all are fit and fine by the grace of God. Today's session we are going to learn about types of proportion, properties of proportion. Types of proportion. Proportion is divided into two types, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion. Direct proportion. If increase in one quantity causes increase in other quantity, or decrease in one quantity causes decrease in other quantity, then they are related directly, that is they are in direct proportion. The ratios or division is constant. That means when write we write in ratio or in division form, and whatever the division comes, whatever the answer comes, they will be always in constant form. Inverse proportion. If increase in one quantity causes decrease in other quantity, or decrease in one quantity causes increase in other quantity, then they are related inversely, that is they are in inverse proportion. The product is constant. That means here we need to apply multiplication. Product means whatever number we multiply and whatever answer we get after multiplication is called as product. So here the product is always constant. In direct proportion, when one quantity increases, the other quantity will for sure increase, and vice versa. And in case of inverse proportion, when one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases, and vice versa. Now see an example. First example, the information about the distance covered by a car using certain quantity of petrol is given in the following table. Petrol x liters we have assumed it, and distance is assumed in y kilometer. When there was 2 liter petrol, the distance covered was 30 kilometer, and the ratio taken here x upon y is 2 upon 30. When we reduce it by the table of 2, that is 2 ones are 2 and 2 15s are, so 1 upon 15 is there. So the next part, that is when 6 liters of petrol is there, the distance covered is 90 kilometer. Let's take in a ratio. 6 upon 90 is equal to 1 upon 15. That is 6 ones are 6 and 6 15 times is 90. Next one. When there was 10 liter petrol consumed, the distance covered was 150 kilometer. So 0 0 you can cancel. Ultimately we get 1 upon 15. The ratio is 1 is to 15. Now lastly, when 40 liter of petrol is consumed, 600 kilometer distance is covered. So 40 upon 600 we are writing in upon form. So 0 0 cancel, what remains is 4 upon 60. In the table of 4, 4 ones are 4 and 4 15s are 60. So 1 upon 15. Children, you can see all the ratios here are same, that is constant. The petrol and the distance is changing, but you can see the values remain constant. One more thing, children, what I said in the definition, when one quantity increases, the related quantity also increases. See here it was 2 liter, the distance covered was 30. Now it is increasing, that is it is 6. So from 2 to 6 it is increasing, and here from 30 to 90. Similarly you can see over here also. So one quantity increases, the related quantity also increases. So this is the example of direct proportion. The ratio of consumption of petrol in liters and the distance covered by the car in kilometer is constant. In this case, it is said that the two quantities are in direct proportion. Example 2. The information about the speed of the vehicle in kilometer per hour and the time taken in hours to complete 120 kilometer is given in the following table. Speed is given in kilometer per hour and it is assumed as x, and time is given in hours and it is assumed as y. And last column is x into y, that is multiplication we are going to apply over here. In the previous one we have applied division. Now the speed is 20, the time taken is 6. So 20 into 6 we get 120. Now the speed is increased by 30. So speed increases 30 kilometer per hour. So the time taken is 4 hours. So 30 into 4, 120. Now the speed is increased, that is 40 kilometer per hour, and the time taken is 3 hours. So 40 into 3, 120. Lastly, 60 kilometer per hour is the speed and the time taken is 2 hours. So 60 into 2, that we will get 120. Here you can see, children, one quantity is increasing. When one quantity is 20, the other is 6, and when it is increasing, the related quantity decreases. So this is the example of inverse proportion, and you can see the product everywhere is constant, that is 120. Here the product of the speed of the vehicle and the time taken to cover 120 km is constant. In such case, it is said that the quantities are in inverse proportion. Properties of ratio. Property 1. Ratio of numbers A and B is written as A is to B or A upon B. Here A is called predecessor, that is the first term, and B is called the successor, that is the second term. Second property, the ratio of two numbers. In the ratio of two numbers, if the second term is 100, then it is known as percentage. Obviously, students, anything we write in percentage, it will be upon 100. So, it is called as percentage. Third property, the quantities taken in the ratio must be expressed in same units. So, you need to take the units same, that is meter, meter, centimeter, centimeter. If they are not in same units, we need to convert them. Example, ratio 4 meter is to 10 meter. So here the units are meter and meter, both are same. If quantities are not same, then convert them in same units. For example, if it is given as 4 meter and 10 centimeter, then we need to convert them into same units. So we have converted over here 400 centimeter is to 10 centimeter. This meter is converted into centimeter, so the units are same. Then we can solve the sum ahead. Next property, fourth property, each number of the ratio is called as a term. That is, in the ratio 4 is to 7, the numbers 4 and 7 are called as term. Fifth property, order of the term in the ratio cannot be reversed. Very important. That means the ratio we get by reversing the term of the given ratio are not same. That is, the ratio of 4 is to 7 is not equal to 7 is to 4. That means they differ. Last property. Sixth property, the ratio remains unchanged if the terms are multiplied or divided by non-zero number. That is, for example, 3 is to 4 is equal to 6 is to 8 is equal to 9 is to 12. That means 3 is to 4 we have taken. This is our major number. Okay. So, if you multiply 3 is to 4 by 2, that is the denominator and the numerator, we will get obviously 3 2s are 6 and 4 2s are 8. Now this 6 and 8 we got. Now seeing this, 3 3s are 9 and 4 3s are 12. So when you reduce 6 6 is to 8, and when you reduce 9 is to 12, obviously children, you will get the answer as 3 is to 4. Similarly, 2 is to 3 is to 5 is equal to 8 is to 12 is to 20. Yes, what we have done, 2 into 4 that is 8, 3 into 4 that is 12, and 5 into 4 that is 20. If k is a non-zero number, then a is to b is equal to ak is to bk. Similarly, a is to b is to c is equal to ak is to bk is to ck. Thank you, my dear children.